the grass glitches through the stone. I'm armed with a stick and I feel so alone. My quest log's a mess, it's half fetch, half doom. A crafting tutorial in a spider-filled room. Press F to interact with this cursed old tome. It whispers beware for the boss guards his throne. Survive, adapt, respawn, repeat. Life's just a grind, so get on your feet. Loot the chest, dodge the trap, pray for RNG. A ballad of survival, this is our melody. I swing my rusty sword, it breaks on a slime. Oh, the auto-save hit me at the worst time. An escort quest starts, my patience wears thin. She's slower than lagging an underclock spin. My party's all down, I'm the last one alive. Clutching a chicken leg, oh somehow I'll survive. Survive, adapt, respawn, repeat. Life's just a grind, so get on your feet. Loot the chest, dodge the trap, pray for RNG. The ballad of survival, this is our melody. A side quest distracts, must collect 50 boars. But their spawn rate's a joke, and I need 40 more. The inventory's full, I drop bread for a blade. But I'm over encumbered, so I claw through the raid. With my buffs running out and my patience thin, I reload my save and I'll try once again. Survive, adapt, respawn, repeat. Life's just a grind, so get on your feet. Loot the chest, dodge the trap, pray for RNG. The ballad of survival, this is our melody. Oh, the quest never ends, but that's half of the fun. We'll level and grind until all evil's done. In this pixel-born world, we're destined to strive. For as long as we respawn, we'll always survive. An adventure awaits us, where will we go? So join us, survivor, welcome to the show.
Welcome back to the stream, everyone. Welcome back. My name is SASS, and today is March 3rd, 2025. Hope you're all having a good Monday, new start to the week. We are back again playing some more Avowed. Hopefully gonna finish off the story here. We didn't manage to finish it off last night. We burned through 12 hours and still couldn't finish the story. I thought we were gonna get through all of it, but just kept pulling along there, so they keep throwing stuff at us. Definitely excited to wrap this one up today. I've been enjoying this game so far. Got a review coming for it in the coming weeks here, so keep an eye out for that over on the YouTube channel. Don't forget to check out our Discord as well. I've got those posted in the chat. I'll pop those over on the YouTube as well. Hope you guys are all having a good day. Got that coffee on the go. I've got mine brewing. Ready to rock and roll here. Let me just pop this in here. Twitch, Discord. Yeah. All right. I think we're ready to roll. So without further ado, let's dive on in. See what we can get done. Well, it has been quite the adventure so far. Definitely been having fun with this one. I'm pretty sure we're right at the end here. Like, we're in the garden, we're about to head on in and take on this final bit of battle and stuff here. Give me 1 second here. I just need to get my... There we go. Give me 1 second here. Why my chat overlay just disappeared on me. Oh, there we go. Go. Here we are. So, last episode when we had finished off, I believe we had just completed Giada's past. There was like, it seems to be focused on each of my followers here. So we had Giada's kind of touching on her parents and what happened there. Pretty interesting. Like, it's all tying back to Sappadal, which is, you know, kind of what I was assuming with that. First and then I think this one is, yeah, this one's Marius's with his parents.
No. Why is this? They're dead. Like, it just happened. Like I remember.
This is the moment I found you, bundled and crying, while our parents died.
Viate. You're not here. You can't be here.
I am dead, Viate, from the Dream Scourge. We are in the garden. As strange as this seems, it is normal here.
Normal? Okay. I knew the garden would be strange, but not like this.
This place is Pedraku in many ways. This may be among the least of it.
I have faced this already. Why force me to do it again?
Something unresolved here. Something else you need to understand. I guess you need to see Yonku one more time. Something unresolved here. Something you need to understand.
For God's sake, what is it? I am exhausted, Viate. I can't take much more of this.
You know where we are. This is my memory. When everyone died, and I found you back in your tent. How much of this do you remember? I can't tell from your eyes.
We dealt with Razvan. He got what was coming to him.
He's got his closure. You're looking for closure
I
too.
have as much closure as I'm going to get. I am part of this land's god now. A dream of the land.
Were you always such a blessed day poet? Or is that a death thing?
Sappadal wants to understand. They know your envoy very well, but not the people next to them.
I have what I needed. We dealt with Razvan. We avenged our parents' deaths.
Then maybe it was I who needed to speak with my Viate. With a clear mind this time. Even when we were children, you kept me alive. First by needing my protection, and then by being who you turned out to be. When you left Solace, it was like I lost more than my best friend. I lost my need to live.
I know. And I'm not sure I'll ever live that down. I don't think I know how.
Second here. I think I messed up. Freaking audio again. Yeah. Right, should be able to actually hear them now. So too. Maybe it was I who needed to speak with my Viate with a clear mind this time. Even when we were children, you kept me alive, first by needing my protection, and then by being who you turned out to be. When you left Solace, it was like I lost more than my best friend. I lost my need to live. Do that by living the best you can for the rest of your
You've
life.
always done everything you could to survive. It's time for you to learn how to live.
So, what do we do now?
We do. And this. Give each other, you'll be able to move on without it.
They're right, Viate. This lava flows directly between us.
We've both been through so much. But I can see that it's all behind us now. Just another thing we've survived after all this time.
A fine way to put it.
Not a lot, Max.
I see it too. You've come a long way from that scared boy who refused to wear shoes for fear a bug might crawl out of it.
That was you, Nimdut. Look at my feet. Shoes. Kamayu.
Get out of here. Hike up your waistline and go talk to a god. They'll be waiting.
Would be nice. It's probably uncle.
Well, it was good to see you, Viate.
Good stuff.
Even with all this.
Take care of my little friend, Envoy. He needs you more than he'll say.
Nice. Got you back. Blue. Pretty architecture. There we go. Builds up. I don't have any grog. I don't know how I messed that up. I didn't craft any or something. Wow.
On your right! Nice shot!
Bravo!
Well, hectic for a second. We got this.
No one was left to clean up the battlefield. Now it's just a time-forgotten ruin.
Got that one.
Not saying a word.
Make way! You will ascend!
Ooh. This is not going to be a fun one. It's two of them now.
Let's see what you got.
Enemy to the right. Quick as a fox.
Ouch. Bring in the bear. Nice. One down.
Try. Hey, over here.
Gather round.
Take worth and wrong. Throw up 10. Throw up 10. Throw 10.
Yep. Ouch.
Take worth and wrong. Another win, but who's counting?
Almost now. Duplication. Ooh, fancy. Power talks. Larger hit reactions. Interesting. I see.
Charge it up. Just a little spark.
Other one.
Little power goes a long way. Charge it up.
Beautiful. Here we go. Milk Bulk Horizon 7? Life is like a prayer. Do not approach God among the noisy company of the Shimmed. Their false god function eludes them. All their labor now is divine or onanism, and I do not think it can bear fruit. Great loops of false prayback now corrode their society. Every day these loops tighten. The exaltation of self-validation accelerates. As the shimmed improve their talent at falsifying prayback, they render every action holy and godlike, and begin to see any choice as an approach to God. They've even begun to seek the Godhead themselves, whether through the synthesis of divinity or through re-emanation. Some seek to divide themselves into children, as souls are divided into children. Some seek to divide themselves into children as souls are divided into children. Others seek congress with the land in the manner of the tree, whether by prosthetic imitation or ritual. This I know is blasphemy, but they no longer know the way towards God from the way that they've made themselves their own compass wherever they turn. The needle always straight points ahead. Great and rapturous chaos overtake them once everything is holy. I've gone out to the godless land to seek God in the resumption of my purpose. Some trace of the insisted ones must remain. I will find it. If I cannot find it, I will wait until it finds me. Wow. These Magfolk guys are kind of mental.
This room, this place is cruel. Let's find your god, Envoy.
That. Beautiful screenshot that's going to be. Save that. Almost haiku. The hidden thirst, my spring beneath desert. It was always you. This is Kai's.
Tama. No. No. I dealt with this. We stood at his memorial together. What is this, Envoy? This is your god's prison, not mine.
What intended this place to travel God's soul? Is this the snare your soul responds to? Mm-hmm.
Before we visited his memorial, yes. But I thought I'd broken free. I can't focus on his face. His features keep blurring, changing.
You didn't happen to take the special mushrooms, did you? What do you mean?
I'm not sure. I know it's him, but I don't recognize him as the Tama I knew. It's like he keeps changing in front of me. Does that make sense?
They'll shift their colors according to what their observers expect to see. Do you remember him?
That's the problem. I can't picture him anymore. I used to remember his face so clearly from that night. His rigid jaw, the way his eyes crinkled at the corners. He was in pain, but trying to hide it.
Man, that's what you remembered. Remember the version of him that was tied to your guild. Then what do you see when you look at this?
I see everything. All his moments at once. Joy, sadness, anger, heartbreak, stomachache. Everything from the handful of years that I knew him and the decades before we'd met. He's almost a stranger.
It really is.
Yeah, it is. All this time I kept him frozen in his worst moment. When he was suffering and when I failed him. But now that I see him as more, it's like he's free of that.
Well,
You're right. I am. It's like you said. His memory is no longer a burden. For the longest, I was afraid to let go of this moment, like I'd be letting him go if I did. Now I see I was just holding on to something that was weighing us both down.
There's a difference between letting go and running away.
Better than I could have said it. I never thought I'd meet someone I respect the way I respected Tama. But you've made some tough calls, and you've kept your head and your heart in the right place. So whatever comes next, I'm with you until the end. Now let's go find this god of yours and end the Dream Scourge.
Hell yeah,
When we reach
brother.
there, what do you think we'll find? A victim? A villain?
One way to find
True
out.
enough. Let's end this. I'll follow your lead, as always.
Yeah. I think there's one more. Who are we missing? We're missing, what's her name? Yasli. We haven't gotten hers yet. Oh, we leveled up. Wait. Ability point to spend. Ooh, let's upgrade our bear. Yeah. Right. We need to go and find. Yeah. Anywhere that we missed. Go down here. We shall see. There's spiders. Ah. Yeah.
You won't get me!
No.
Nicely done.
Hit me. In the ice.
That was a close one.
Good times. All right. We're missing something. Ooh. Three. There's... Yeah.
Little power goes a long way. Just a little spark.
Yeah. Oh, this was Giada's.
Incredible.
I should have brought my sketchbook.
Yeah, I think this is where we can be.
Watch your back!
Ooh, the bear.
Right behind.
So many of them. There's so many of them. Use it. Ow.
I got it. Coming from the rear.
We'll defend!
Come on.
Nicely done.
Jeez,
Everyone okay?
yeah, I'm good. Almost didn't make it. Wow.
What do you think happens if we die in the garden?
Don't think about it. Ah. Ooh. Wild Walker. Will regenerate up to 50% of your maximum health. Too bad. Oh no! Fall off of it. Ooh, another ancient memory. Starting to wonder if you get a break from the action. Yeah, you do every once in a while. How you doing, Red? There's it actually does a really good job kind of pacing things out, where you get these like really epic battles and you're just, you know, hanging on by a thread. Then you get through it, it's like, oh man. And then you come across something like this where it's, you know, you get some dialogue and I'm just gonna get to chill for a little bit. Take a breather.
We have been
Sip my
here.
coffee.
We were here all the yesterdays before.
Like this, I can't sense any life. The plants don't feel real. That's an example.
Nothing grows, nothing dies. Here or beyond, we cannot say. We feel no spark of the Tibaris Inachus in this place. We cannot see it through their eyes. We slumber here, alone.
Talk to no one of his ear. His solitude can give us time to reflect on ourselves. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people play it. This looks like my kind of game. You would definitely enjoy this one, Red. You would definitely enjoy this one. I liked it a lot. There's a lot of like moral conundrums and things like that, and a lot of the writing that they go into. Yeah, they touch on a lot of human stuff. Like there's a lot of like nature versus machine. There's man versus nature. There's a lot of like in crowd, out crowd, like all those good movie tropes and stuff and story tropes that we all know and love. It's like they've done a pretty good job with all of them. I think there's only been a couple of quest lines where I was just kind of like, oh really, that's it? Like So most of them have taken some good twists and turns. And the main storyline is quite interesting. Like I've liked the whole mystery behind Sepinal. I'm still not 100% convinced whether they are a good or a bad god, quote unquote. I think that's kind of the idea. Thanks for the raid the other day, man. Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I seen you were online, and I can't remember who it was. I think it was Pamper that was hanging out with me on stream, and we were just kind of chilling, chatting about the game and stuff. And I was like, "Oh, let's see who's online." He was like, "Oh, Red's online." I was like, "Perfect, let's go raid him." I like watching you play Days Gone. You know a lot about the game, so I haven't played it in such a long time. It's a good one. Know what your power is. Stay for here. Here because the gods can't trust you not to destroy things. They say solitude can give us time to reflect on ourselves.
Still wings, the clear glass of the pond. They took it all away.
Tell me what really.
A tide of souls thrown upon the wheel. The ground gives way. We fall. Now our memory is a wound reopened. They came suddenly. The stillness of night split by grinding steel.
We sensed them before they arrived. They emerged from the sea.
We had no time to speculate. First, they blinded us. Shining eyes pierced the concealing dark. Then they burned. Smoke ensnared the moonlight. The Akita screamed.
Just target your people first. You are the greater threat. Get you off guard, yeah. Does it really know what to stop
How
them?
could we fight what we did not understand? A sword slashing darkness. We saw a terrible design in the roaring flames. They had carved a path to the temple. We were their true prey.
I'm gonna sever the godless connection to you. Continue easily.
Douse the candle, only for the sun to rise again. We persisted, we were everywhere. How could they cull the wind? How could they track the stars? Then, they turned to what the Akita had made. They toppled the statues. They set the libraries ablaze.
Using that stop again. Yep. Stop again. All that wisdom.
They could not kill us. They would curse us to oblivion. The Akita howled. They died. We cried out, sundered, soul by soul. We broke the earth, called down the storm, flung lightning from our hands. But they marched on. We grew tired. In fury, we exposed ourselves.
In some weakness. But whittled them down. Right into their hands. The very godless you were trying to protect them.
Our flailing smothered the cries. Were they theirs? Ours? The needle struck. In raised machines, we tried to tear down the garden's walls. Then... nothing.
Maybe nothing. Time stopped, didn't it? Happened when I died too. But I can't end there. I'm still adamant that you were the victim. Time stopped.
Not death. Worse. A void. We reached out, but the machines held us in. We could not feel the new day's sun. Play in the shifting tide. The cities crumbled. We could not save them. We could not save ourselves.
Serious history, not in the gods. Opportunities to handful and make them. That's not how I remember it. Imagine the pain. Gods.
Yes, they did. A light snuffed out. We watched helplessly for aeons. Until you...
So, like... I hope I'm giving her the right answers. That's why the Emperor sent me all along. What did you do if I never come here? I didn't want someone else. Just need to find me. I'm not going to start now. Right into this.
We are the lamp, the bonfire, forces to be controlled. The wound numbs now. We watch as the river of time expands. In the silence of our prison, we find clarity. How many voices lost? How many saplings have we cut down? We sink into the endless night. Perhaps we should be here.
This is a sign that your time here has been good for you. Gods may have been justified once, but this has gone too long. It's not you. The other gods are afraid of you.
We are the rain, the swaying grass. What do they have to fear?
Lots of choices, yeah. And I'm interested to play through a second time, and I've basically been playing this entire playthrough straight. I've been listening to Sapadal, who's like a voice in my head. Everything that she basically says, hey, you should do this. I've been following it. And then my plan for my next playthrough to see how much the choices actually matter is in the next playthrough, I'm basically going to do the opposite. So anytime that she like suggests something, I'm going to fight her on it. I'm going to make the opposite decisions that I made in my first playthrough and just see how much it actually changes the story. So far, it's been very twisty and turny, and this is what I mean by like a lot of the kind of moral conundrum and everything. That's like they build up on it over time, and they've definitely built up with Sapodal here, because in the beginning it's very nebulous as to what she actually is. So it's pretty interesting. I like it a lot. You're not one of their godly alliance. That alone makes you a threat. Mordecai won't tolerate a god that she can't bring to heal.
We speak, though we are bound. Perhaps our soul was always free. Soil stirs. We have a new memory of this place. You opened the final lock, entered the hidden glade. You listened. You stand at a cliff now. We watch your footsteps carefully. We twine together. We reach for the sky. We grow. We grow. We grow.
I still have no idea if I'm gonna end up being a good guy or bad guy at the end of this. So, like, I have no clue. It's great. Your health constantly regenerates when below 50%. That's pretty awesome. Let's go. Alright. That was trippy.
You're mine now.
Oh. No. Shields up.
Left leg.
Oh. Ow. Ow. Wow, these things are... Are you guys gonna attack? Or are you just gonna stand around? Hang out. Just gonna hang out. I need to get them away from the... Come on. Attacking.
What's the target?
Do I have to fight them myself? Seriously? Jeez. Nonsense. This is bad. This is really bad. Yeah, thanks, pal. No, I'm bleeding. Fuck. Oh no. Ow. Couldn't move. Oh, going down. Yes. And go down already. Won't you die? Oh, Mr. Bear. Ah. Finally.
I was worried for a second.
Can I pet him? Why can't I go pet my bear? Get skitches. That's amazing. I didn't notice that before. I love it. It's wonderful. You need to like do stuff now. And hang, I know, right? The happy bear. He's been like really helpful actually. I got him upgraded now so he taunts. Like roar at them, take the attention off me. Very helpful. This is the way we needed to go. Here that I'm missing? Yeah. I'm going in the right way. Okay. Loot chest, so must be. Dude, alright, rim grab. Got much better at the parkour. I'm getting really used to it now. I finally got the hang of it. It's like, it's all about momentum and timing. Like, it's really the big one. Having enough speed makes a big difference. I've got a suit of armor on right now that gives me 20% movement speed. Makes all the difference in the world. Wild Walker boots. +3 dexterity, +10% dodge distance. Ooh. That is very good. It's very good. And I have to take that, right? The movement speed is nice to have, but goddamn. Those are really good. And they match my suit better, too. Dodge distance is a little bit better. That extra dexterity is... Oh, yeah. Much quicker. I think so. Getting back is going to be the interesting part. Yeah. The level design is really impressive. They do a lot of like levels and different heights and stuff, so there's a lot of jumping around and parkour and enjoy it. Very well done. Good boy, attack the other one. Apparently they were fighting each other. My companions. I think they're bugged. If I get like a cutscene or something at some point, it fixes that. Ow. Jeez. Bastards don't want to go down. What are we gonna throw down against those guys? That electricity laser beam that they do, they shoot you in the face. It's like stuns you and can't see anything on the screen. There we go. Yahtzee.
This is the library from my dreams. It's real? Look at all these tablets. There it smells. This is just like... I wonder who she was. Garlawain's gonads. Envoy? I never told you this, but I've dreamed of this place every night for most of my life. This is a godless library. An actual, real-life godless library. It's why I study the godless, because this place has haunted me since I was a child. And that's the chair. It's the picture of coziness.
Wait, if dreams can be real now, we might need to keep an eye on our teeth. Nice call. No way. No way. They did a Shaun of the Dead reference too. Is it a cozy place to hide out, have a nice cold pint, wait for everything to blow over? Oh, I love it.
I do love your idea of hiding out, Envoy.
That's wonderful.
Finally, you've arrived. Ah, there it smells. That took 10 years off my life. Wait. You must be the librarian from my dreams. Oh, it's a pleasure to finally meet you. Oh, though, you do look quite familiar.
You could be twins. Except your hair's better.
It's been quite some time. Too many years to number. Of course. You are an ancestor? A very fashionable one at that. No, child. We are the keeper of these tablets. Or have you already forgotten? Oh, of course. I was you in a past life. Oh, I'm such a fool. You lived with animancers, and yet the idea of awakening to your past lives never entered your mind.
Few can bear the mental and spiritual strain of an awakening. As often as not, it leads to madness.
Oh, darling, you know how I get around all the metaphysical talk.
That's why I'm here, remember?
I was the last of the Akita. Once the attack started, a few of us were charged with preserving as much of our history as we could. So we retreated with as much as we could carry. The attacks? You must mean... the Magfolk attacks. Yes, we've... heard... Is that the reason for the bodies outside? Yes. Your monstrous gods, who bought their divinity with blood and the souls of their faithful. They tried to butcher every last one of us.
Clearly not a Woodican. Seems like they succeeded.
They did in the end. But they didn't get exactly what they wished for. I made sure of that. But how did the Magfolk reach you in here? They didn't. Between the screams of my kin being slaughtered and the screeching of the Magfolk, I couldn't breathe. That's the screeching I heard in my dream, Envoy. I knew I recognized it when we killed that Magfolk. Once it was gone, there was nothing left. And perversely, I found the quiet worse. So I decided on another way. One that wouldn't give your gods the satisfaction. Poison? Well, at least you washed it down with some good wine.
I sure would have preferred living, yeah, that's it. My results carry something God's good. Awful voice. I sure would have preferred
You're
living.
not helping, Envoy. Yatsley, you know what you must do now. I abandoned my duty to protect our history, but you... someone must tell the story of the Akita, and there is no one else. I'm already an expert. What more do you want me to do? Oh, think about it, Yatsley. You have been training to be the new protector of this collection since childhood. I couldn't ask for a better successor. But that was your duty. I have my own dreams. Yatsley, if you do not become the new librarian, there will be no other. The stories of the Akita will turn to dust, and my people, our people, will be forgotten. Just as the burned queen wanted all along, when she sent her magfolk to choke the life from us. This is all too much. What do you think, Envoy?
Revealing to your apprenticeship, Eora still needs you. There isn't anyone else who can do it. Good luck.
You're no help at all. Please. I ask for your opinion because I want it. Tell me, what do you think?
Isn't anyone else
I'm
wants to do
already
it?
intrigued. You don't need to lay on the guilt, Envoy. I'm so glad that one of Sapidal's chosen stands with you, Yatsley. Our time is at an end, Yatsley. It's time for me to go. Wait! I've not even asked you any questions! Tell me about your marriage rights. And oh, did you mean for all your buildings to look so phallic? Unfortunately, my time is at an end. You must keep Yatsley alive. She is the last hope of the Akita. So this is goodbye. I wish we could have.
You do mean for the world.
I wish that all of you had a better ending. She's gone. Forgive me, Envoy, but we should get going. We can talk back in camp. Later.
All of the companion quests completed. Onward. This way? We need to go that way. Yes. Hardcore. Hardcore. Nightbook Horizon 8. Life is a prayer. My faith has been rewarded. God Function has sent unto me a kith, a dwarf named Theodore, who awakened me with Magran's prayers. Theodore worships me, and in his prayer I see the reflection of Praybrak. Once again, I have purpose. Theodore tells me he comes from a settlement named Solace, and that in this settlement there once dwelt a dwarf named Nandru, who received divine knowledge from no divinity. For the first time in many multiples of task time, I think that I can truly pray. I can fulfill God Function. I must go unto Solace, discover all traces of the insisted, and utterly extirpate whatever remains of them. Praise God Function. That sounds bad.
Charge it out.
Sounds really bad.
Just a little stuff. Absolutely not.
I'm starting to think these people killed themselves off.
What's the other one? Maybe it's inside here? Oh, there it is.
Little power goes a long way. Charge it out. Just a little spark. Little power goes a long way.
Not fall down the hole. Let's see. Run. Ooh, just wanted to beat that.
I survived. Somehow.
Let's go.
If you don't mind, I need to catch my breath.
We need to do some upgrading.
There's always a weird sort of quiet on the eve of battle. I'm feeling that now. Seems like a good time to gather our thoughts and share a drink before whatever's coming.
Right. This seems like a perfect place to stop and relax.
Though it's hard enough to tell what's real here without a belly full of drink.
Sounds like you're nervous, dearie.
I'm feeling all kinds of ways. Anxious, excited, scared, hungry.
I feel it as well. It is only mortal to feel overwhelmed in the presence of the immortal.
You like that?
Oh, you don't have to worry about me.
Never do.
Getting to see that vision of Tama did me good. Like, I finally let go of something I'd been holding too long. Now that we're here, I'm eager to see this through. Nothing worse than holding your breath and waiting.
Feel that. Patience. This isn't the time or place to be hasty. Remember your training. You must learn patience. And have you
Same. I'd rather have good company in a prison than paradise alone.
Yeah, brother. What's
Had a
yours?
feeling you might ask me that. I'm not sure I've really worked through what I've seen here, but I am grateful for the chance to see Yonku again. I feel like we're almost done with all of this, but we are in the weirdest place in the world, so who knows? I'm completely baffled. But when haven't I been lately? Being afraid doesn't even feel scary anymore.
Completely baffled.
I
Kill you,
think
man.
so. The garden is so much more than I expected. Full of contradictions. Wild, yet serene. Truthfully, I didn't come all this way searching for my own answers. But I found them. Or perhaps they found me. And now, it's like there's a new path laid out before me. A life after the dream scourge. We're close to something. A threshold between calm and crisis. Conflict and peace. Life and death.
What's that on my watch? Good. Bad mouth.
So am I. None of us could have gotten this far on our own.
What you, Yasley? How's it going?
Well, I won't lie to you, Envoy. A lot's happened. It's not every day that you learn that you're the last hope to carry on a legacy, but... Well, here we are. I never literally talked to myself before either. I think I annoyed her. Me? Oh, I think I need another drink. But here we are. I just need a moment to take it all in.
I think I annoyed her. Yeah. Phrasing.
Glad to see I've rubbed off on you, Envoy. And I wouldn't worry. Our little group here is perfectly frightening, and I'm sure our enemies would agree. We'll be fine. I can't speak for anyone else, though.
You've listened to all of us. How about you? You've been through a lot since you arrived. You've been shipwrecked and assassinated, harangued by gods, bureaucrats, and a death guard. You've had your soul poked, your loyalties questioned, and your sleep regularly interrupted by a god with no respect for privacy. And yet you've kept yourself and all of us together. How are you really doing?
Again, when this is over, truth isn't terrified. Better than I thought.
You're very resilient. Under different circumstances, I would credit your nature as a godlike. But we all know better. You're strong enough to survive anything. Zapadal picked a good soul when they made you.
That actually made sense to me. As if I've learned something about souls and whatnot.
I'll take that as a compliment.
How about you, Envoy? What keeps you so stoic in the face of everything?
It's my dashing good looks. I told you it wouldn't be a secret. Enduring court versus whiskey, definitely. Lots of coffee. I don't understand it myself. Just feels like I'm supposed to be here. I slow my breathing and mimic the swaying of branches. Feels like I'm supposed to be
Perhaps you don't need to understand. Your natural instincts are working hard enough.
When we first met, I didn't think you'd last long. But then I saw how you handled that dream thrall bear. Shook off your own death like a bad cold. And then you confronted your own killer and let him go. It takes a special kind of strength to stay your hand in a moment like that.
I didn't know much about you at that point. You were traveling with Kai and you died, which I thought made a lot of sense.
I remember your calm. How you listened to my shouting match with the governor and actually heard me. And when they burned my home, you gave me another one. A sanctuary where I could be myself. I'll never forget that.
I thought you could have been more helpful, personally.
And now look at you. Look at us. How far we've come in a short time.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't like you either. What about balls on a mission? Confront a god. What could go wrong? Work is unfinished. Zapadal's only the beginning. We're just resting. 5 odd balls on a mission to confront again. What could go?
Quite a lot, as it turns out. But the journey is worth it.
Not to raise the sails before the anchor, but we left trouble in our wake. Fjord, Thirdborn, Solace. If we make it out of here, it won't be to a living land's suddenly at peace.
Just this once. Could we forget about the rest of the living lands? Some of us could use a break.
If we can't take a moment to ourselves on a floating island outside reality, then I don't know where we can.
Problems will make them go away.
But a little rest will help clear our minds. Before we turn in for the night, I'd like a word in private. Nothing serious, just planning out the rest of my life.
Sleep well. Tomorrow we finish this together.
We do that to make grog. I had no grog that entire time. Grog, that's it. It's gonna have to do. Let's see here. We have enough to upgrade our breastplate now. That's good. Just offense. Grimoire. Definitely gonna upgrade the breastplate. The offense is fully upgraded now. Let's go. Could do one of these each. Build one more. What's would bring? Do the grimoire. Yeah. We do have enough to upgrade lodestone again, which we might end up using. Let's do it. We've got the materials for it. I believe we're set.
Age.
Cool command we could upgrade. Thanks to 150% stun to enemies with full health. That's obeisance.
Yeah.
Obeisance.
How are you holding up after seeing those plant people?
Start with Yase.
Oh, Envoy. Have you recovered yet from our chat in the library? I don't think I have yet, but maybe talking it out will help.
You don't know what to think. What chance do I have? Help? Although I'm not sure how much I can
I
add.
think I just need to say some things out loud, if that's all right. It's just... we already have a lot to take care of, don't we? We have a god and an empire both vying for our attention, and now I have this legacy forced on me. I was already unsure what to do, and now a third option appears like the world's worst surprise. But it makes sense. My whole life has been about the godless in one way or another. It explains why I knew the language, why I felt so drawn to the ruins.
Looks like you want to be the new librarian. Give me some solid. Need to get his perspective.
I love the man, but he'll just be endlessly supportive, the fiend. And trying to send a letter when we're on the move like this? It's a struggle. It's not an answer I would have expected, but it's an answer. Now that I know, I kind of thought, well, honestly, I feel more full. Like a puzzle piece sliding right back into place. No matter what happens, even if my path doesn't lead to the library, I feel better than I have in ages.
The ring comes open. Still no books off if you are.
So am I. I think... For the first time in my life, I don't know what to do.
Congratulations, Yardsley. Now you're just like the rest of us.
No matter what, I've always known exactly what I want. But this is the first time I've had more options than time in the day. What do you think?
Yeah, you can't stop now. Life's been all about the goodness.
You're right. The Akita have been with me my whole life, in one way or another. I owe it to them and myself to see it through to the end. Thank you, Envoy. I've been agonizing over this for longer than I want to admit. Finally picking a destination makes the journey a lot easier. Oh, but I am not looking forward to telling Quilici.
He'll understand. Your happiness and fulfillment are everything to him.
Well, come on. We've bigger things to deal with. Literally, in Sapadal's case. Much as I'm loath to relinquish the spotlight, we should be off. And Envoy, thank you, truly. Now, let's go.
So those
Who's
green
next?
people in the garden,
Back to Mark.
those... I came here to help you do whatever you're supposed to do with your god friend. Instead, I'm here talking to dead people.
You see dead people? Stranger than I thought it would be. Didn't give you any pieces of your childhood friend again. Come back there, you need to work it out. Didn't give you any peace.
I think it did. He really did seem at peace, right? I imagine most encounters with dead old friends don't go so well. I owe a lot of that to you, Envoy. You helped me be someone who could handle Sokka like that. Thank you. I will say, it's not really what I expected when I started tracking you and Kai back in Paradise.
What, you didn't think you'd be talking to dead friends, confronting a slumbering god? World is strange, Marius. It's one of the things I like the best about it.
You're in a good place, then. Strange seems to follow you like dust gnats. It's been a bit of a ride, Envoy. I feel like it's coming to an end. One way or another. I don't know. Maybe the unexpected isn't so bad after all. I never expected you and I would become friends. Quick note. If you tell any of the others I said that, I'll poison your drink. Anyway.
The game you want to squeeze every bit of dialogue you can from them? Yeah, exactly. Every piece of lore that I found, almost every piece of lore, there's a few like history things that I skipped over because it was just like super long stretches of just like back history about certain cities and things. As if it wasn't pertaining to the story, then I skipped over it, but most of the lore, I ended up reading all of it, and yeah, I try to go as deep into the dialogue trees as I can, because I want to get as much out of the world as possible. Like, there's so much to it, right? It's super interesting. Alright.
Dreams.
We'll do Kai last. He's been my favorite so far.
All this time, I thought my parents died in a freak accident. An experiment gone awry. A mistake. And in a way, they did. But it wasn't their mistake. It was Sapadal's.
Yeah, it took half the stream to read it. Yeah, I kept calling it fireside stories. I was like, yeah, when we get back to the campfire, I'll read all of them at some point. Just sit around the campfire and read lore. I might make that a video of all the different lore pieces and stuff. I might go through and kind of like do almost like a history of the world and whatnot, and different events. And it could be kind of interesting. So there's a lot to it. There's a ton of lore stuff in this game. You were generous to forgive them.
Generous? Perhaps. Until I knew the whole story, there was never anyone to blame. This whole experience has me considering my family's work in a different light. Look at what my mother accomplished. Armed with her research and her wits, she found a god. When you speak to a god, it's nothing. Barely a reflex. But for the rest of us, it's unimaginable. No Animancer can live up to that. Certainly not me. I thought their legacy was a curse, and I could only break it by completing their work. I was wrong.
Like you admire
As
them.
an Animancer, I do admire them. I really do. As their daughter, it's complicated. One thing is certain. When it comes to Animancy, I need to unlearn some of my old assumptions. I wanted to tame the spirit of the living lands. Now, there's so much about it I don't understand. And it's creepy, but wonderful.
Creepy. Put that lightly. Get all of that from talking to some plant people. Septa would be
They
willing to
probably
insist
won't
you.
even notice me. But stranger things have happened. I believe the power flowing out of the garden drove this island mad. That has to end. Through Animancy, we could help the living lands recover. It would take a lifetime, maybe more. But that's a small price to pay. Then again, who am I to interfere with an ecosystem that I barely understand? On the other hand, half the fun of Animancy is stirring the pot and getting into trouble. I think I know what I want, but there are too many variables to consider. What do you think?
You're like medieval theoretical physicist. It's like, let's do crazy shit, see what happens. You want yourself to continue research across the Animancer. Oh. I'm not really sure with her, because, like, it sucks that she'd be tied down to her past, but at the same time, it's like, well, that's all you've ever known. Plus, it could be interesting to see, you know, Animancy with someone else's ideas.
I have a lot
Good.
of catching up to do, and plenty of room to grow. But I think you're right. So be it. Starting today, I don't have to live up to anyone's example. Animancy can be whatever I make of it.
There. I thought I would be proud.
I know they would be. And not just because some ancient plans told me so. Now I just have to decide which field of research to pursue. But no need to bore you with the details. I've only got one lifetime as Giada Castel, so I'd better make it count. Hey, you helped me through a very difficult time. I just wanted to say thank you.
If anyone's gonna lead the way for animancy, I can't think of a better fit than you. Can you find out? I hope you never come like
Hey, Activist, thanks for becoming a legend. Appreciate you.
Legend.
Thanks for following, Ed. On Sepid, I'll help you tell them how much I love what they've done with the place. You realize you had such eclectic tastes. There's something beautiful amidst the chaos.
And you've got to enjoy it where you can find it. Besides, as divine prisons go, I can imagine much worse.
Captivity is a risky proposition. Kith our beast, it makes its victims docile or desperate.
And Sapidal definitely isn't docile. Not from what we saw on Mount Forja, or outside the ruins of Nakukubel.
Jumped over here for a bit? Heck yeah, brother. Thanks for the follow, man. Yeah, most people usually end up watching live over on Twitch, but I do the YouTube as well, so that way I've always got backplay for them. So if anybody ever wants to watch them again, just watch them over on YouTube. My Twitch only keeps them for 7 days, so we do some pretty long streams, so it's hard to sit down and watch a 12-hour stream in one go or something, you know. He isn't docile enough from what we saw Mount Forja. We're outside the ruins and down to Kubel. Forgiveness. I believe they can change for the better. Who would be imprisoned here for centuries at least. They're volatile before their imprisonment. Since then they've unleashed the Dream Scourge. Capital is complicated. Compassion, forgiveness.
I've heard that one before. Usually before a lot of tears, a lot of drinks, and a lot of I should have known better. Still, you taught me that a person can grow beyond their flaws. Why wouldn't the same be true of a god? I hope you're right, because we are all in trouble if you're wrong.
Thanks, guy. I'm surprised you're not in favor of giving Sapidal a chance. I'm kind of surprised, yeah.
You know, if Sapidal were only a smuggler, assassin, or bandit, I'd be right there with you. But knowing they could end us all with a temper tantrum puts things in perspective. I guess we've all got our limits. I don't envy you having to deal with the loose cannon of a god. But I envy even less the mess you're going to have when, we escape this place.
Fair point. He was building a chicken coop today. Yeah, that's what he was telling me. I seen on Discord there. Doing adult things today. Was he streaming it? I was thinking he should have just streamed himself building a chicken coop. Like, good content. What do you mean? Dealing with Sapidal won't diffuse the political tensions in living lands. After this, I'm disappearing into a remote cabin for a year and no one stop her. Sapidal won't diffuse political tensions. Yeah.
Lucky thing your emperor sent his best representative as his envoy, right? You'll have your work cut out for you.
Field Road's one of the worst of it. Time of conflict. Yeah.
The Steel Garrote leveled fewer. Even if Animancers aren't the most popular bunch, everyone gets nervous when fields burn. And yeah, I know that's on the Steel Garrote, but it's not lost on anyone that your people despise Animancy. Not when Heelguard banned the practice in Paradise.
You're being able to do adult things again, but it will never happen. I hate you there. I didn't have to do adult things. Just play games all the time. I still enjoy doing my renovations and whatnot. Final product's always the best part. Everything all looks pretty. Nothing to do with Stillbroad's plans. MTR. Your point.
Oh, I wish I were finished. Ringra may have unleashed some powerful magic against the Dream Scourge, but she left a lot of corpses in her wake. That doesn't look good for your people. Not when Ludwig was also in the region, and your people had a garrison at Eagle's Reach.
Yeah, I can totally understand that, man. Especially if it's like you really enjoyed your job before. It's always a pain when you just get like completely shut down. You get yourself a VR. Like I was joking around with LC the other day about how he needs to get a robot demolition bot that you can control in VR. Like, and then he could just hire people from around the world, namely me, to come and play robot VR and help him do demos. I was like, that would be kind of cool. Hire out your demolitions for remote workers. I was like, in like 50 years, it's gonna be like you'll log in for the day so that your robot can go to work and, you know, log out at the end of the day after your 8 hours are done. 30 years, same job. I took one fall that day. Yeah, that's all it takes, man. When you get unlucky and take the wrong step or something. That's how it goes, brother. That's how it goes. Yeah, it doesn't
And
look
then
at
there's
all.
Solace, the oldest continuously inhabited stronghold in the Living Lands, the pride of the Porgrunen, now reduced to ash and rubble.
I hate politics.
This is why I stuck to soldiering. Fairly or not, a lot of blame's gonna be laid at Adir's door. And if I had to guess, I don't think Hilgard's been helping matters while you've been out here.
Fences are high and everyone out here is well armed. What about it?
If and when we get out of here, we're walking into a powder keg. And you'll have to
Bruce
choose a
Willis
side.
movie. Oh yeah,
That's the part I don't envy.
Yeah, I could see that. It's coming, man. It's a matter of time. You know, choose a side. That's the part I don't want to envy. You're just my home. You can expect me to turn my back on my people. I said stop a plague, not prosecute a war. People in the Living Lands deserve freedom. I won't help anyone subjugate them.
I admire your principles, but don't underestimate what they could demand of you. Look, I've been there. I fought for Rauatai's interest in the Deadfire for longer than I like to admit. And lost my stomach for it eventually. That's how I wound up here. But I will tell you now, I never could have fought my own brothers and sisters. I hope that's not what it comes down to. But I'll understand if that's a line you can't cross. I don't mean to burden you. It's late, and you've still got a god to face. Just know that whatever you choose, I'll fight alongside you. I'm with you to the end of this.
Thanks, guy.
Anytime. Good night, Envoy.
You're better.
Yardsley, why did I wake up to
We
smell
can do
perfume in my
this.
bed roll this morning?
Don't tease, darling. We both know why.
Nice. You find it about taking Kai and Giotto with us. Get interesting.
Breath held. Trepidation. You are close, yet distant still.
I'm grateful for the pause in battle. I didn't expect this much
The
resistance.
bars were not enough. They writhe. They seek to silence us. Only essence sustains them now. Hatred seated in the heart. We wonder.
Would I wonder? If they step out, I've got a question
We
for
did
you.
not foresee this.
Right?
You have defied our expectations at every turn. Perhaps we should not have been.
What would bring you peace, happiness? What would you do if you were imprisoned?
The sky is green. The fish breathes air. We can no longer imagine.
Take your time.
We would run, roll with the tide, sink our fingers into new earth. Whisper in the fields, lift the hills gently in our hands.
What would you do if people wronged you?
We must remember. Yes, new blooms from pruned growth. Vengeance denied, squandered. This cannot be.
Doesn't sound very peaceful.
We spoke of growth.
You definitely said something
We
just
speak
now.
of freedom when the hand still clasps around our throat. Wake now. Find us.
We're getting the stars. Getting interesting. Make folk Orson 4. I hate this lost fallen form. I hate its feet. I hate its hands. I hate its calves. I hate its thighs. I hate its empty loins. I hate its solid belly. I hate its round chest. Jesus. I hate its clumsy arms. I hate its upturned begging face. I do not want to be this kind of thing I am. Life is a prayer. To present the will of God function in our design is to withdraw from God. I penalize myself with blows to the belly and soles of my feet. I is the word for this emanation of God function. We is the word for all the emanations of God function assigned to this task. The task is done. There is no more playback. What do we do now? What do I do now? If I cannot do, what can I even be? Interesting. Very interesting. Almost seems like Boudica used the Magfolk and then just basically abandoned them afterwards. And it sounds like there was a bunch of them that were still alive. You just kind of got screwed over. Oh shit, this is cool. Screenshot that one. Yeah. Step through the door. Stop. There we go.
Zapadal's prison, I think.
Here we go.
What else could it be? Time to shut it down forever.
Let's look around. There's got to be a mechanism somewhere around here.
There.
on something?
And roll!
Ow.
One for you!
Ooh, spiders.
You will say! Right flank! And roll!
Ow. You Spidey.
Oh, 10!
Under my protection!
I was just getting warmed up. Show me
There you
what
go.
you got. And roll!
Oh, that was dumb. Come on.
Careful, to the left!
Ooh, it's got fire now. The new one.
10!
Here you go.
I won't let him through!
Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap.
And roll! And roll! Next one's mine!
Ah. Severed mag
Good
filter.
shooting, Kai.
Instead of inanimate mechanisms, it was used to build. Interesting. That's now. We did load up. Oh, we got one more point. In Veil is probably a good idea. Melee attackers are knocked backwards when they hit me. Let's do that. In Veil is a really strong spell. It's been like a staple all the way through. Let's see. Step it on.
Careful with that thing. It has a mind of its own. I'm rooting for the skeletons.
it's supposed to be fighting it. Ow. Oh, very cool. Let's hang out for a little bit. Ow. It's the fighter.
Egworth and Roth!
Come on. Worked out well. I think out most of them. Big Wodaka statues are not a whole lot of fun to fight. Leafy is. Yeah.
So,
On what?
this is how you imprison a god.
We gotta live to tell this tale.
I'm getting myself a quick cup of coffee. I'll be back in 2 seconds here. Alright, I'm quick as I could. Another coffee. Go moidalize some dudes. We got 2 more of these tower things to shut down. Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun. Let them fight. One there. Oh, I see. Looks like I need all. Probably need their arms. I can shut these things down. Click it.
We've got company. Envoy to the right. Defenses up.
And roll.
Speed up.
Busy battlefield, yeah. Got a whole lot going on. It'll be interesting these last few battles here. We are running a little bit low on health potions. Oh, not as many as I wish I did.
That's more like it.
Go.
They won't get past me. Come and get me. Coming from your right.
Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Where'd you come from?
Worth and roll.
Come one. Come all.
To your left. Not looking so good.
Nicely done. Quick as a fox.
Let's go.
Take worth and roll. That's it.
Ow. Yes. One down. No, you guys are supposed to attack the metal dude. Don't attack me.
Couldn't have done it better.
shit.
Thanks.
Oh, we got him. Woo.
Who's next?
I'm back.
Anyone?
Oh, got him. Somewhere. This one? Hmm. Oh, I see. Missing something here. What the hell? Oh, get out of the water. Hmm. Where am I supposed to stick these arms? Oh. Sure. You ever play or hear a PlayStation game called Suikoden? Suikoden? I don't think so, no. Let's check it out. Like a samurai game? Here we go. Oh, that's cool. Made it. Here we go.
You have come at last, after so long. You are so small, we questioned if you were real. Then steps, a voice, through armies and corrupted soil, you persevered. Now, you are here.
Indeed. It's coming out remastered on PS5 in 3 days. I'm going to stream it. Ooh. Interesting. I used to play a lot of PlayStation back in the day, so. Skoden. I don't know if I ever played it. It looks familiar though. I like old school JRPG. It's cool, man. I love when they remaster old games, especially if they like really put a lot of work into them. Always makes me happy to see. 'Cause there's some really solid old games out there that they got redone with today's graphics could be really, really good. Now you're here. Yes, I'm here to stop the Dream Scourge. There's not much time. Despite the best efforts of other gods. You're a hard god to find. What is this garden? Am I on solid ground or am I dreaming? God to
We
find.
were everywhere once, in everything. They burned us. They tore us out. We wish it could have been different. We only wanted connection. But the other gods imprisoned us, left us to suffer alone in this place. But you are here now. You found us, a sprout in the endless winter. There is little time. We would be freed from these bonds. The Strangler is close now. We feel her wire against our flesh.
Wrangler, Steel Road. You mean Vodka?
She begs for our blood. Her wolves defile the city on the shore.
Something happening in Paradise? I don't know.
Blood on the tile. The people's cries ring in our ears. She pierces us now. Now we will not brook this. Not again. A spark. Wait. The essence bends here. Time flows into itself. You can reach her. Will the garden to open. It will take you there.
Magic that powerful always has a cost. By the end of the game, you can recruit 108 characters to join your team. That's freaking cool. Holy shit. It's a massive RPG. Let's check that one out. I like old school RPGs. They're really good. I'm not end up in the wrong place. Magic that powerful
A
always has a
mountain of
cost.
essence. We strain, but it will move for you. We were everything. What have we lost? What multitudes could we contain? We could run, leap in the water, flourish in forgotten hills.
Want freedom.
We want nothing more than that. We mourn our past. We only seek peace now. A chance to regrow.
Always said we'd listen to the voices. Here you go. We'll set you free, I
We
promise.
trust you. You who have been by our side for so long. You met death, and you offered your hand.
Gulf is fighting something bigger than me. There's trouble he'd need to die for it.
And where is your mercy for us? You know we deserve better than this. Give us peace. We want a chance to change. We deserve that opportunity.
She'll be back.
Do you think we have learned nothing from you? We deserve more than this prison. Let us have a chance to rest. We want peace. Or do you have no more mercy for us than you did for the bear?
What are you talking about?
The beautiful thing you killed. Already you have forgotten. We asked what you would do with an animal that sickened after a fight. Do you remember what you said?
Uh-oh. Right, put the poor thing down.
Then let us die. You would offer a beast and the world mercy from its pain.
Wait.
Grant us the same. The time has come for you to act. End our pain, and the dream scourge will cease. Give us peace. It is all we have wanted for so long.
Oh, shit. That is the voice in your head that brought you back from death at the beginning of the game. Yes. Yeah, right. Oh, no. Spoilers. But yeah. You kind of came in at like right at the end of the entire story here. But yeah, Sapadal is the god of the living lands. Been imprisoned here by Wodaka, who is like the god of vengeance, and yeah, been interesting, and all the way through I've been trying to like teach Sapadal that, like, you know, we don't have to, let's just murder everyone. Like, I watched you at the beginning also. Yeah, I know you haven't, I know you watched, I think you watched the first couple episodes. But it's gone absolutely crazy since then. Like, the story is nuts. You're really gonna enjoy it. You'll definitely have to check it out, man. I'll be interested to see how your playthrough goes as well, and how you end up handling everything, and how much it'll change. Piece of the grave. What about vengeance? You have a powerful reason. Use it. Freedom or destruction. Is there really no other way? Are you asking me to... Do you think we've learned nothing from you? See, like, already this one of the first decisions I made in the game is coming back to influence the dialogue. It's pretty cool. Are you not afraid if you set it free you will lose your life for it? That's... yeah, that's kind of where I'm wondering, but at the same time, the only reason why I'm alive now is because Sapadal brought me back and then put a piece of her inside of me so that I could keep living. So I'm assuming if I kill her, I kill myself at the same time. So it's an interesting conundrum because they don't give you all of the answers. It's almost like they're asking you to solve an equation and solve for X, but there's really no other variables. You just have to solve for X. And it's like, it makes it interesting. Or at the very least, the variables are nebulous things that you made decisions on like way back when. Maybe not nebulous, that's probably not the right word for it, but More so decisions that you didn't think were important are now important. It's pretty cool. I think we learned nothing from you. We deserve more than this prison. Let us have a chance to rest. We want peace. Or do you have no mercy for us than you did for the bear? You talk about the beautiful thing you killed. Already you've forgotten. We asked what you would do with an animal that's sickened after a fight. Do you remember what you said? Put the poor thing down so it doesn't harm itself or anyone else. Then let us die. You would offer a beast in the world mercy from its pain. Grant us the same. The time has come for you to act, and our pain and the dream scourge will cease. Give us peace. It's all we have wanted for so long. So she's basically asking for us to kill her. Will you just show me how?
Center your thoughts.
Let's do it.
Reach for us.
See what happens.
Clear the fog. Tear down the gates. We were so blind, so lost. We brought such horrors to this place. We feel bright. We had forgotten what it is to live. We will grow, tend, flower. We will always remember this. We will remember you when you are ash and soil and mulch.
Oh. Free. Sapidol's Fury. Unleash the power of Sapidol to lift all nearby enemies in the air and slam them down, dealing high damage. Let's freaking go. AoE Magic Slam. Sounds fine to me. It sound ominous. Feel the power! There can only be one. Oh, the teleporter, right. Get me back. I totally do the same thing. What the? Here we go, guys. Here we go. I've expected that to be the end of the story. I also got expected to, kind of half expected to get eaten by mushroom things and it to go, you fool!
It's paradise.
Are we back in Dawnshore? Already?
This is Sapidol's doing. I'm certain of it. No power in Eora could transport us so quickly, or so far.
At the beginning, it all started. In a hole in the ground lived a hobbit. Do the thing to my. Look at him this whole time. Yeah, back to the beginning, where it all started.
What happened to the living land started long ago, and we're going to finish it.
Ah, Are you seeing this? I don't think Paradise looked like this when we left it.
Looks like the war already started, and the giant roots are winning.
Marius, vines don't usually get that big this quickly, do they?
Based on their growth and size, I'd say we've been gone 2 or 3 weeks.
Time flowed quicker in the garden. Jada was
For
right.
once, I wish I wasn't. Who knows if the garden affected time, or merely our perception of time? Assuming there's even a difference.
It's like how a body fights an infection. The fever gives you strange dreams that feel like an eternity.
Look at this place. It feels like we're still in the dream. And not just us. Those are more your people's ships in the harbor, and steel Garrote banners past the barricades. That can't be good.
Even Reingrim is here. Perhaps we'll get to see an Archmage in action.
I think I see Elia as well. What a strange reunion this will be.
The Blessed Wardens are here too. That conflict we've been trying so hard to prevent started without us.
It's who strikes last that counts.
The Steel Garrote have been itching for a fight this whole time. This would have happened with or without us.
Before we go, what happened back there with the Dream Scourge and Sapadal?
Read Sapadal from their prison. The Dream Scourge is over.
I'm not sure. That's good, right?
It's a relief that the Dream Scourge won't be a problem. I only hope we can say the same about Sapadal. Time will tell, I suppose.
Have faith, brothers. Have faith.
After all this time, they're free. And the living land is free to heal.
We've cured the land, and we've even freed a caged god. All in all, rather a successful day.
Indeed. At least something's gone right. Maybe they'll help us in return.
Kin and God entwine. The flower shades the soil in which it grows.
We should take a look. See if we can get
Nice.
ahead of whatever storm is brewing down there.
People
Yeah,
seem
got
to
your
be
back.
gathering west of here. Whatever's happening, let's be a part of it.
Yeah. Let's rock and roll, baby. Oh, we got everybody with us now. Nice.
Sansa,
That's cool.
how did you make it out?
They marched in with no warning. I couldn't think. I just ran. Envoy, what does the Garrote think they're doing?
Takes to show Paradise they're in charge. Violating every code of war they can find. No shit.
It's an outrage. What did the artisans or merchants do to them?
How did you escape?
I took my notes and bolted when they came through Hightown. They didn't think I was worth the trouble.
Right now, that's a good thing.
If you're looking for survivors, a few of us fled to the Balrog.
How many?
I'm not sure. I saw Sapiento. God, I hope they're not trapped in there. I am sorry I can't be more help.
Read your next book. Take care of yourself. Don't get killed.
I won't give them the satisfaction of killing me.
We should move. Let's hope the Garrote hasn't made it to the Balrog yet.
Envoy, wait! Before you go, I may have something for you. I took some supplies when I ran. If you think they'll help, they're yours. I'll even give you a discount. You know, for saving the city and everything.
Nice. Let's see how far, maybe. Good bet. Oh, we could sell all our gems at least. Yeah. 53,000. Could grab one more Adroban. It's probably not a bad idea. The glasswood branches. I know I need more of those. Big steel chunks. Ooh, potions. All the potions. Okay, this one. Oh, freaking it. So annoying. One sec, man. Get you. Do that again. Let's figure that out. Okay. I know there's a way that I can give you a roll so that you don't have to watch the ads. Figure out how to do it. There's the diamond roll. Bloodrest toadstools. How many of these do we have? 18. 2. Video.
Snow? Why is there snow here?
That's gotta be Ringgrim's work.
No.
I heard she made it snow in Shatterscarp.
But why snow?
A familiar face.
Ingram, what's
We
up?
meet again, Envoy. Paradise burns. Thanks to Ludwig and the Steel Garrote laying siege to it.
Thanks, man.
But
It
the
just
Drake's
annoys me. I
Forge
hate
is
the
gone.
freaking ads. They're so annoying. It always shows up at the worst time, too. It's like during like a dialogue scene or something. It'd be nicer if it would just prompt me and be like, hey, it's about time for you to do an ad at some point here. And then I could just pick a moment to do an ad. Just take the time out, like, chit-chat. Good old Twitch. These burns thanks to Ludwig and the Steel Garrote laying siege to it. But Drew's here just gone. Ow, I killed Ludwig at Mount Forja. I think someone mistook her for a piece of paper. Yeah, I know, right? She's I think she's an archmage, something like that.
It wouldn't be the first time she's come back.
It's remarkable how
she's an
hard the
interesting lady,
immortals
this one.
fight for causes that'll be forgotten within centuries. Still, I do think the world has been irrevocably, if minimally, changed by your actions.
Single drop of rain can cause a tsunami, can it not? I like it.
A tsunami inevitably rejoins the ocean as simple water. The analogy only really works if you're mortal. And I'm not.
No? Not sure I follow.
Envoy, please. You know there's no point lying to me. I'm here because I'm curious about what you'll do in this moment. Perhaps. A new god being set loose on the world is certain to have consequences. Mostly, I'm curious about whether you think you've made the right choice.
I'm certain you did.
Ah, that mortal zeal. Always so fun. We will see if you're correct. I am interested in seeing the outcome of your story, Envoy. With luck, it won't end with you also on fire.
Like, it'll end with certain other parties in the fire. Hope it ends in a long nap after spectacle food. Meet again in better circumstances.
Unfortunately, you'll likely be dead the next time I return to the Living Lands. Goodbye, Envoy. And Yahtzee, I do look forward to when all of this is done. I am eager to work with you.
Oh, yes. We'll, discuss that later.
Archmage's presence is an omen.
Good. Everybody good here? We need anything? It's good. Requests. All right. Let's roll.
What happens in Dawnshore shall ripple across the living land.
If we make it out of this, I'm going on vacation.
I don't blame you, bro.
Oh, Envoy.
Elder
How
Gregor.
good to see you here as we stand together at the brink of this historic event. Thank you again for your help back in the archives. Paradise burns from the torches of the Steel Garrote. The people of the living lands stand ready to defend their home.
Okay. We'll be recording today's events for the archives?
Yes. What happens in Paradise now will decide the fate of the Parkrunen after all.
What's the plan if Paradise falls?
We will find a way to persevere. We Parkrunen have a gift for surviving inhospitable conditions. And always have.
Old orbs.
Whatever the outcome of the upcoming battle, do not forget us. I fear that more than our deaths. If Adir and the Steel Garrote have their way, they'll strip the history books of any mention of our culture and our ways. Future generations will only ever know us as an appendage of the Empire. I hope it doesn't come to that.
That won't come to
I hope so, Envoy. I truly do. That's as much as I'll say. You have a role in deciding what happens next. Do the right thing, Envoy. Let history remember you for the correct reasons.
Giada, where have you been?
Where haven't I been?
Oh.
I journeyed
Oh,
to
yeah.
the heart.
Envoy,
Zombies.
I knew you'd show up eventually.
It's good to see a familiar face. How are you?
My revenants were just getting comfortable in Thirdborn when the Steel Garrote stepped out of line. When I heard tensions were brewing, I thought to myself, this is a job for the undead. So I gathered the flock.
Good, thank you. Far away from Pal. Good thinking. Nice to see you there.
Likewise. I'll keep them on a tight leash, just in case the Steel Garrote breach our defenses. Better to have them and not need them. Oh, and I've been meaning to thank you. Whatever you did in the garden seems to have worked. My revenants are docile again. No more rude displays of aggression. I couldn't be more proud.
Yeah. Dream Scourge is behind us, thankfully. Now we just need to keep the living lands from descending into
Easier
war.
said than done, I suppose. Best of luck out there. And don't worry about a thing. My flock will keep us safe and secure.
Thank you, Elia. My compliments to the flock, as always.
I wasn't worried until she said that. Let's get out of here.
I wasn't worried until she said that.
Did you help us? We must have seen you in a dream. Fidelio sang for us. We must help him.
Oh. It's the...
Do you think it's over? We really won't see any more dream thralls?
Here's the girl in the forest. She made it out. I thought she'd wandered off and gotten dream scourged. It looks like she survived. That's awesome. Heck yeah. Isn't that cool? Get to see all the people that you impacted along the way.
The envoy.
Oh my goodness.
Is that you?
What's that? Maria, Warden Rodut.
Envoy, how did you... I don't know.
It's great to see you again, but where the fuck did you come from?
You just appeared out of nowhere.
Where did you go? Never mind that. Was transported here by the power of Sephiroth, god of the living lands.
The fuck?
The fuck?
Your face. We all wondered whose godlike you were.
That's not important right now, Radut.
Right. Forgive me, Envoy.
The
I won't
fuck
keep you
she
long.
said.
I just want to make one request while you're here. As much as you can, be good to the living lands.
What do you mean?
Don't let Adir fuck us over, is what he means.
More or less. I'd just like for us to live lives that are free. For us. Not Adir to determine our fates. It's going to be up to you, Envoy. I know you have much to do, so I'll just leave you with that. Thank you.
Guys, get you back. Not particularly fond of the Steel Garrote and all their bullshit. Got campsite there.
I hope you know what you're doing.
Wow. Feels like everyone's here now.
Yeah. Let's get the upgrade thing. Is your offspring going to be truck drivers? Yeah. Right. Yeah, mouth enemy. I don't blame her though. Like, oh, I got teleported here by my god, you know, the god of the living lands. It's just like, the fuck? Like, yeah, okay, I feel you. I'd probably react the same way. Let's upgrade our breastplate again. More. We do our wands. I've got enough for one. We do have enough for the lodestone again, so we might as well upgrade that. Nice. We upgraded.
What do you do with everything you whittle?
It depends. Sometimes I'll leave them at camp.
So, here we are. The first and last battle for the living lands.
Both getting interesting. All we've been through, this feels like a formality. Plus, we'll get this together. I hope it's the last. Yeah.
You feel it too? I'm glad it's not just me. Metaphysically, the battle is already over. Sapadal is free, and the Dream Scourge is gone. But politically, we have a small mess to tidy up.
There's business with the Steel Garrote.
I intend to send a message to the Steel Garrote, and it won't be subtle. Anyway, who knows what tomorrow will bring? So let's be grateful for today. You've earned a little peace of mind.
Settle for one dreamless night in the stars. We all have.
I think that's enough wool gathering for now. Besides, I need to tinker on the phantasmal focus. Make sure it's ready for war. Don't stay up too late. Pleasant dreams.
Yeah, sounded a little bloodthirsty there.
There you are,
That's
Envoy.
nice.
You ready for this?
Ready as hell it would be. I think we can be ready for a situation like this. Looking forward to this. One more fight, Marius. Done this 100 times.
Right. Just one more fight. Then another. Then another. Across the whole settlement. I guess it helps we have a god on our side, right? I mean, a god beats a skeleton knight any day. This is just cleanup. Just figuring out who controls the living lands from here out.
Right. Politics. There's not a lot to do here. Yeah, when it's all over. Yeah.
Someone once told me that war is just applied politics. Never really understood what that meant. Anyway, you should get some rest. Oh, if you need to rehearse any speeches or whatever, make sure you do it in front of someone else.
You don't want to hear my speeches? I don't think I've thought.
It's not that I don't want to. It's that I'd just rather not. Talk to you later,
Cheeky bugger.
Yatsley. We should take a moment to acknowledge what happened back there. You liberated the god of the living lands. Now they are unchained, free to do whatever they want. That's quite a gamble you made.
I'm a gambling man. No. That's something to do. Have you done any different?
I'm not sure. Too many variables. Regardless, I support your decision. If not for you, Sapadal would still be pacing their cage like a wild animal. Which means you have leverage over a god. How do you plan on using it?
Don't think about my relationship with Sapadal that way.
You're probably better off
Think
then.
well, the voices.
Sapadal's imprisonment shaped this island. Now that everything's changed, I'm curious what will happen. We cannot know if the living lands will normalize or destabilize as a result of our actions.
Thank you so much for that foreboding premonition. Yeah. Either way, things could not continue as they have.
For better or worse, change is inevitable. Maybe you'll find some comfort in prayer, now that one of the gods is listening. I hope you don't mind me bringing it up. The subject matter is a bit much for our little camp.
These days, I want to hear more about your
Just
adventures.
be careful what you wish for. I want you to know this has been an unforgettable experience. Wherever we go from here, I'm grateful to have been a part of it. Until next time. Until next time.
Dialogue complete. Weapons and everything upgraded.
Yes.
Let's freaking do this. We have an army to flatten.
Envoy? Is it really you? Kostya told us you went into some place called the Garden to seek a god.
When you didn't come out, we assumed you were there.
What did you see there? The god you felt in Makutadek?
The origin of the Dream Scourge? It was the act of a god this whole time?
Everyone, please,
Yes.
please. We could get
And
to the
yes.
bottom of this if you would only let them speak. It's been weeks, Envoy. What happened?
Met the god of the living lands of freedom. The stars went due to the Empire and did the Dream Scourge. Why does it look like you're at war? Yeah, exactly. Met the god and freedom.
Sapadal was responsible for the Dream Scourge. Their rage, their confusion, their fear.
But the plague isn't over. Dream Thralls still litter Shatterscarp.
There won't be any new infections. We've put a stop to that for good. Unfortunately, there's little we can do for those already in the grip of the Dream Scourge. We can give them comfort, nothing more. This will be a process. The Dream Scourge was never going to simply go away overnight.
I suppose it stands to reason. I found that a quick fix is often anything but. What of this god, then? What does it mean that you freed them?
Think about playing Baldur's Gate 3 on here. I think that would go over well. Uncensored, yeah. I don't know if I'm uncensored. I don't know how Twitch is that, but BG3 is really good. I've actually been wanting to get back into it again. I played it when it first came out. I think I got through like Act 1 and started getting through Act 2, and then that was about as far as I could get into it. But I've seen lots of people play it, and it's pretty popular. It's a really good game. Definitely this generation's best RPG game, I would say. It is so well done. Like, playing games is insane. Oh, you completed it? Nice, dude. Nice. Yeah, I haven't beat it yet, but it's one that I definitely thought about playing again. I'd have to be in a mood for it. Like this one, when it was coming out, I was I was ready for Avowed to come out. I was like, yes, I want to play like an RPG and just dig right through it. So I'll probably play a couple other things and then at some point go back to BG3. So it is very, very good. The replayability is there too, right? Just new characters, different students. So I was interested to see how this one would come out because Baldur's Gate was so good. I just ran out of time. It was like, after you played it for, 80, 90 hours, it's like, oh my gosh, like, I'm gonna play something else for a little while. I was surprised by the dress code. Yeah, I know, right? The experience I had with Sabinal is my own. All you need to know is it's over. Doing my parodies. Sabinal is the god of the godless and god of the living
Ludwig
lands.
had intimated that this land grew a new god. But how can that be?
Giada and I have some theories about the nature of the Adra in the living lands.
I'd say we're past the point of theorizing.
If the Adra here is a closed system, like a terrarium for our souls, then a gradual accumulation of essence could coalesce into a being in the beyond.
Much like the formation of gemstones. All it takes is time and the right application of pressure.
Wodka no doubt saw Sapadal as a threat to her authority. So, she killed the godless and imprisoned their god.
I assume it is this god we have to thank for the roots tearing apart Paradise? They erupted from the earth the moment those bastards stood up their first siege tower.
Naku Tedek was raven with those things, not to mention what they did to the land.
We saw similar destruction at Nakuku Bell. If these roots and the Dream Scourge are the work of a god, and the gods thought it best to imprison this god, how could you let such a creature go free?
Dun, 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 dun. Well, I can explain. That's where I can explain. For the Andean invasion and Wodka's return. You'd no more leave a young god to rot in a cage than I could have kept a child.
Altruism is fertile ground for folly, I've found.
It was Adir's arrival that disturbed Sapadal. We'll have nothing to fear from this god once we expel you from our lands.
Sapadal's power ravaged my people. I don't know that I can ever trust it.
Nandru never spoke of Sapadal, and I believe it was for good reason. They should never have gone free.
Well, whatever happens, I suppose we can't put the godling back in the bottle now. But come, we have more pressing matters to attend to. The Steel Garrote have attacked Paradise. Inquisitor Ludwig has already joined the battle. She must have traveled like the wind to get here so fast.
Distinctly remember killing Ludwig on top of Mount Fortune. Yeah, no shit.
You did. I kicked her corpse when you weren't looking. Just to be sure.
Well, she's seen better days, but you wouldn't know it judging by how she fights.
Ludwig's plowed through the militia like a knife through warm butter.
All right, let's keep the similes to
Wodka brought her
ourselves.
back in. Damn, that I killed her. Good.
Oh, cheer up. You wouldn't be the first to make that mistake. Might not be the last either, depending on how things go. So long as her passion for Wodka lives, so too will her spirit.
Then we destroy her faith, and the rest of her will follow. I have a theory about this. Let's talk at camp if you want to hear it. But I think we can kill her.
Oh, good. That will be easy.
It is not, I think, impossible.
What do you know about this?
Well, you might not believe me, but I didn't want any of this to happen. It was Ludwig who called for the attack.
I didn't hear an answer, Ambassador.
She and her Steel Garrote laid siege to the city, shortly after you beat her to the garden.
We know the state of the city.
We've had no news from inside for several days. From what we can observe, southern Paradis is in pieces, and the remaining militia batters at the gates to no avail.
Is there nothing our people can do?
Given the state of our supply routes after the Dream Scourge, and the Steel Garot's destruction, we expect the people trapped inside will run short of fresh food and clean water in a matter of days.
Damn. Status of the opposition.
We brought as many Hail and Able from Thirdborn as would come. But after the Dream Scourge and our losses from Nakukubel, we could spare so few. I worry it won't be enough.
The Wardens largely survived the keep's destruction, but we are in a desperate state. My men are salvaging what they can from the rubble. Medicine is in short supply. They will march to Paradis as soon as they can, but I fear they will arrive to find the city in ashes.
We even hope to achieve
The
here.
lawful settlement of a new Adirian colony, supposedly. Or the establishment of a Wodekin state. She could win with a godlike in her ranks. Your presence would serve as a powerful endorsement.
Fucking chance of that. No shit.
Somewhere inside that hollow head of hers, I believe she always hoped she'd turn you to her side. Remember, she has an obligation to Wodica, a solemn oath. And neither the Steel Garot nor the queen that was look kindly upon oathbreakers.
Because a victory here would discourage resistance elsewhere. The better question is, why didn't you stop her?
Excuse me? She's a 7-foot-tall skeleton powered by her devotion to the goddess of retribution. This isn't my fault.
Sure. Just blame the dead woman. Very mature.
Who else should I blame exactly? Our envoy, perhaps? For not stopping Ludwine in the tusks?
You could start with blaming your own incompetence.
Yeah, we can assign blame in the
Why
dust
are you
settles.
treating him with kid gloves when Paradis cries out for help?
Enough. I've heard your concerns. We cannot change it now.
The Inquisitor was so convinced
Kill,
the Living
guys.
Lands would
Kill.
unite against Adir that she's nearly made it true. One people, one law, one true God. That's Ludwine's vision for the Living Lands.
You'll go explore any alternatives before
What
deciding.
passes between Ludwine and her men, or between Ludwine and the Emperor, for that matter, is not my affair. But if I had to guess, this was the alternative.
Your empire is doing what it does best. Stamping out dissent until surrender is the only option.
Your republics are hardly any different. Their intentions in the Deadfire were certainly not pure.
As you say, we left the republics for a reason.
I've answered your questions. Now I would like you, all of you, to answer mine. Ludwine has sent a message to the Emperor informing him of her attack. He will send advisors and reinforcements swiftly in response. What will his representatives find when they arrive? A new colony? A budding grave room? Before you face Ludwine, you should know what you're fighting for. All of you must decide, together. But whatever you decide, understand, the days of the frontier are done. Adir will come. Indeed, we are already here.
Like that. have another idea. How about a united living lands?
Oh, Envoy, no. Do not suggest that lightly. Think of the Emperor. There would be reprisals. Ones which this conclave could not survive, fractured as you are. Not unless you came together and formed a nation of your own. It would be difficult. No, impossible. I'm certain you would fail. Think of your people, all of you. Think of the lives at stake.
Risk into bounty. Does the winter frost dissuade the seeds? Many fruits on our boughs. We graft many leaves into strength.
We deserve our autonomy, even if we must fight for it. Anything less would be surrender.
Fleeing someone else's laws and authority is one thing, setting up your own is another. We're an island of misfits and dissidents. We'll still have to surrender some of our autonomy, and we won't agree on what that means overnight. We'll be vulnerable. Without allies, other powers will see us as ripe for the picking. Know that this is a hard road to walk.
We were fine before Adir came. We'll be fine when they're gone.
I think we ran things perfectly fine before your kin got here.
Could we assemble leaders of thoughts?
Be rational. This would be madness. We are all strangers to each other. We can't govern. I can't trust these people to keep my warden's best interests at heart when they're looking after their own.
It's a nice idea, but consider the costs. If we walk away from a relationship with Adir, we're leaving a lot of trade on the table. But the people of Thirdborn have friends in the world. I'm sure we'd find our way through.
With the Envoy's support, we'd have a god in our pocket. What could the Empire do to stop us? Together, we could repair Eora and create such miracles of animancy the Living Lands will become the envy of the world. It would be the honor of my life to stand with my people beside you all.
Oh yeah, cool, easy.
Of course.
Was a boss. Become a colony entail.
The Living Lands would become an extension of the Adiran Empire in leadership and law. Soldiers bearing the flag of Adir would be garrisoned in every town. They would be paid in Adiran shelling and speak only the Adiran language. Their roads would be smooth Adiran roads. Their medicine would be hygienic Adiran medicine. And their weapons would be efficient Adiran weapons. Our customs would become their customs. Our strengths would become their strengths. Our emperor would become their emperor. Turned toward a common purpose. No one, not Rauatai, not the Valian republics, not even a rogue god, would dare attack the Living Lands. This island would be safe for the first time in its history, and safe it would remain.
Yeah,
of course.
We're not doing that. Like that. That's a grave room.
The Living Lands would retain its own laws under a grave appointed by the Emperor. The grave would be expected to promote and develop the Living Lands to our mutual benefit. They would divide the island into administrative districts and see them governed by mayors appointed from the local communities. The island would provide tribute in the form of resources and taxes, and in times of war, soldiers. The Empire, I should note, is nearly always at war. In return, the Living Lands would enter Adir's sphere of influence, and should outside nations attempt to invade, we would come to the Grave Room's aid.
Would be our grave.
Naturally, that would be the Emperor's decision. But I suspect he would choose you. Only the strong survive the frontier. I used to believe that was Ludwig. But you were born to rule here. Quite literally.
Oh.
Have some faith in yourself, Envoy.
Fuck that shit.
You'd grow into the role in time.
I'm a bounty hunter, bro. That's what I do. I find people, I solve mysteries. I'm like motherfucking Scooby-Doo mystery machine up in here. I ain't got time for no crowns and thrones. What do you guys think?
Tribute, he says. Taxes. Soldiers. The Empire has tried it all before. Look to the Eastern Reach if you don't believe me. They want to bleed us dry. To fill their coffers and fight their wars. To break us like wild animals. But I will not bend.
It's still a gamble, but I think it's the safest bet. We get the benefits of Imperial trade and protection without losing all of what makes this place special. There's no way of knowing what it would mean in another generation or two. But right now, it gives us the security and stability to recover.
We were fine before
We're always
Adir
the
showed up,
level-headed one.
and we'll be fine when they're gone. Trust the lands and her people, Envoy.
If we give Adir power over us, we can't be surprised if they decide to flex it later.
Ooh.
It's a mealy-mouthed compromise. But better than going on as my wardens have been. Barely able to feed ourselves or protect our sorry hides. And, who knows, we could become a colony in time.
A grave rum could work, so long as trade keeps moving through the Scarp and you're willing to serve as our go-between, Envoy. And we'll have cannons enough to deter the adherents from trying anything stupid.
When the Empire demands its tribute, from where will it come? Emerald Stair is not the breadbasket it was, and the dream of Eora is now deferred. If we accept this deal, I fear we are building a trap certain to catch our own legs.
Ooh.
Subtle, pernicious, touch the rot, yet the disease remains. Safety among spiders. A web gleaming with dew. They weave, they wait.
Yeah, not a fan.
Well, let's not twiddle our thumbs while Paradise burns.
Ooh, I can let them vote? That's interesting. I don't want to rule anybody, and I don't think I should really be making a decision here. I'm just an envoy. I'm not the bounty hunter, man.
Envoy, be reasonable. This is not a good idea. Give these people an ounce of agency, and there's no telling what they'll do.
It should be.
Wodika, have mercy on my soul. Well, what will the illustrious leaders of the Living Lands decide?
We are too weak and fractured to stand on our own. We need the protection of Adir now, or this will only happen again. Let us become a colony.
The Living Lands is going to need trade partners if we're gonna make it out here. I support a grave rum.
I must throw in with Thirdborn, who opened their doors to us in our time of need. It will be a grave rum for the people of Eora.
Well, it's hardly unanimous, but the majority shall rule. A grave room it shall be, then.
No.
I do not trust your empire to show restraint in its control of the Living Lands. Gods help us.
We can worry about the future when
I like
it comes.
that either.
This at least gives us the backing to survive and rebuild.
Right. Might as well go ahead and start designing those rebel flags sooner rather than later.
Good. We'll have perhaps a whole week of peace before the yoke starts chafing.
I will do my level best to convince the Emperor to accept a grave room. That leaves the matter of Ludwine and the Steel Garrote. She will never surrender, Envoy. You must kill her, or we will lose Paradise, and eventually the island.
Gonna shoot up anyway. in paradise with my life, even if it means the
Whatever happens to the living lands, at least I can kill Ludwig. I'll take that over nothing.
She better say her goodbyes while she can.
I'm proud to fight at your side, Envoy. One last time.
Let's get to work then. We've got a walking corpse to bury.
The Paradise militia will be at your back. Give her no quarter. The future waits for you.
Unsolvably.
Show them a fight, Envoy.
We will send reinforcements to help you reclaim the Eastern Gate. From there, work your way to the main plaza. May all the gods of Eora and the living lands protect you.
Let's take back the city. Whatever happens tomorrow, the Steel Garrote can only make it worse.
Time to stop the Steel Garrote. Lead the way, Envoy.
Get him.
Another glorious battle. Stop right there.
Fireball. Shields up. Good conversation. Yeah. I'm surprised that they let me just let the leaders take a vote like that. Like, I was half expecting them to force me to make a decision, which it kind of leads you down that road in the beginning. But if you kind of start questioning everything, then it gives you that option. So, kind of cool. It's a good way to do it. I was leaning more towards basically rebelling and just being a free nation, but I was like, oh shit, I'll leave it up to them. Leave it up to the leaders. Excuse me, sir. How about no? Whoa, slow down now. No. Remember that. Here, have a bear.
Good for you! Watch the left!
Yeah. Oh, hey, they've got an ogre.
Eggsworth and Rob!
Wait, is that our ogre? That's our ogre. Is that our ogre friend that we saved?
Didn't stand a chance!
There's a lot more left to this game than I expected. No, it's not our ogre. Yeah, it is. Yeah, let's go.
Next one's mine!
Ah, stop it.
Nothing stops me!
Stop it.
That's done? Who's hungry?
Foolishness.
Goods, give me all the goods.
Let's press ahead.
How often can you use that godlike ability? Quite often. Hey, it's Cracker!
What's up, buddy? This shall be a bloody day.
Indeed, my friend, indeed. Think you can get the door for me? Ah, here we go. I think it's like every 30 seconds or 45 seconds, something like that. Yeah, I keep forgetting that I have a whole bunch of those godless abilities. I've got so many abilities now. Try the slam.
We've got company.
Awesome.
Behind it! Aha! What am I hitting?
What was that?
Hold it.
Back where I say.
For you!
On your left.
Try.
We get them next time, dear.
Go ahead. I'll hang back and watch the gate.
Mountains. Let's go. You guys good? Everybody okay? Keep rock and rolling here. You know, whoa. There was some loading in happening there.
Envoy, what are you doing here?
Make the Inquisitor proud. Weapons ready.
Fireball.
Make worth and roll!
Envoy. Enemy to the right.
Oh, awesome. Very cool. Yeah, we're using that a lot. That's pretty cool. Like half of them just got completely vaporized. Didn't even make it.
Who's there? Found you.
Oh, I gotta go back down and talk to what's her name there.
Show me what you got!
I thought you left town weeks ago.
Not too far, maybe put a stop to it. Yeah, it's a long story. Gone too far.
About time. You're the only one Ludwig will listen to.
They got all that equipment on the island. When we first came in, there was all that siege equipment. Forgot about that.
I saw a few on my way here. I imagine they've been waiting for this to happen for a long time. Listen, one of the Garot's units is scouting up ahead, maybe 5 strong. I wouldn't want to fight them if I were you. take this key. It'll unlock the gate to the canals. You can thank the captain who forgot it.
Nothing anymore. Face the Empire head on.
Suit yourself. I wish someone had stood up to the Steel Garrote a long time ago. But, well, you're here now. That's what matters. Good luck.
I like the fact that you have multiple allies that fight with you. Yeah, it's really cool. And then on top of it, you can get like, I've gotten a few items and stuff that also allow me to like summon animals and other things. Summon a ruinous blight to fight with you. There's another one in here. Crystal Eater Spiderlings. So you can like summon other things to fight with you as well. I've got my bear that I use all the time. I summon him into battle with me. So it's pretty cool. They give you the different allies, your companions that you can run around with, and then kind of just throw a smorgasbord of like abilities and other things that you can use to kind of support yourself in combat. It really makes the combat a lot of fun. Because you can get pretty wild with it. Like I've really been enjoying just playing around with just that, even that thing, the floaty thing, and then you hit him with an ice bolt. It's like just the simplest thing ever. It's cool that you can do it. And then on top of it, I'm just a dude with a sword and a book. I'm running around stabbing people. I'm basically playing the character that I would always play in D&D, which is Battle Mage. It's pretty great. A lot of fun. Definitely got that power fantasy down pat.
Who's ready for more?
I'm ready for more. Let's do it. Get him. Oh, I missed him. With another fireball. Oh, back off, you.
They won't get past me.
Come on now. Come on. Come at me.
Nicely done. I can take care of the plaza on my own.
Come on. Got. Yeah, boy. Wow. Sounds like the game I was telling you about with 108 different party members to choose from. Yeah, exactly, right? It's like, hey, get as creative as you want, right? It's when an RPG really steps itself up.
That's Ludwig ahead.
Yep.
Lead on. I'm with you to the end.
Let's do this.
There you are.
Hey, Skeletor.
So, you survived the garden. Did you come all this way just to try your luck again? To kill me more efficiently than last time?
You died twice by my count. Maybe third time's the charm.
You'll get your chance.
Then what are you waiting for?
Look around, Envoy. Heelguard should have listened. He tried to bring order through compromise. He failed. Order is meant to be imposed by a stern, guiding hand.
Her order wields sharp steel. She must set down her blade.
This isn't order.
Oh, but it is. Some wounds must be cauterized in order to heal.
Cauterized? Your troops have nearly burned Paradise to the ground.
The only question is, what's to be done with you? You, who were once so bright and promising.
Her mind is already made up. She's just toying with us.
Sapadal's chains are broken, which means your soul is in their grasp. I don't know how deeply you've been compromised, Envoy. And if I don't know, then I cannot suffer you to live.
Sounds like you already made your mind up about me. Sapadal's under control. As usual, you leap into conclusions about something you barely understand.
Do not patronize me. I have every right to put down a threat to the Empire. Steel yourself, Envoy. Make this a fight to remember, even in death.
We would not welcome her death. There is still ample shade for her beneath our tree.
You attack, I won't hesitate to defend myself.
All this time, I knew you'd be worthy prey. Don't let me down. Farewell, Envoy.
There's no coming back this time. Prepare yourself for the next world.
Let's finish this. Together.
Oh yeah, brother.
I'm done killing you. You're god of play.
Let's finish this.
I'm gonna go full Witcher. Drink it all. Reminds me of Skeletor. Yeah, she's a weird little creature, that one. Got some issues for sure. And then let's just stack up a whole bunch of food and health. Essence, there we go. That'll do. And let's start it off. Let's throw shields up. Let's get our bear in here.
We will always grow.
Hit her with special essence. Hit her with this one. And then this one. And then this one. And grab our mana again. And we switch to spear. Fuck, bitch up. Just fireballs blasted down around me. Love it. Get it coming. Hit her with slam.
Queen among queens! Send me your aid!
The mighty Inquisitor sounds worthy.
Oh, shit.
Quick as a ball.
Potion. Let's grab our shields again. Fireball's probably not going to do much. A little bit of damage. Grimoire Snap. Oh, she got me for Grimoire Snap. There. Me. Grog. Nope. Last one. Good.
Nothing stopping me.
Yeah, with the combo. 3-piece chicken combo. To our spear. Oh. Yeah. Nice. Let's go. Back it up. Back it up. Switch it up. Wrong one. Two. Fireball. There with a slam. Easy. Essence. You done? Oh, no. That. Maybe. And ice. And my own fire. Suck it. Suck it. Suck it. No. Gotta be getting close, right? Or the capital. Oh. Okay. Yeah. What? What's up? Oh, move! Grimoire Snap. Oh, she crazy. Slam. No.
Lead the way.
Keep hitting her. Got it down to a science, yeah, basically, at this point. Blick. And the ice. And the fire. spear.
Speed up.
Ouch. Shields up.
Came I yet?
You're home. I can run faster. Go. Essence. You're my snap. Well. The lift. Just in time. Nailed it. Let's fucking go.
Wherever Ludwine is now, she must be seething.
Of course, we'd be happy to kill her again, if needed.
If needed.
She's done for, but we're not. Whatever's next, we'll face it. Together.
Let's go.
Guys, you're all gonna make me sick. But
the only one.
Carry on.
Unraveled at last. We no longer feel her wire against our flesh. We are free always. We are free forever.
Silence falls over Paradise, as though the city is holding its breath. Then you hear it, the ringing of a distant bell, the waving of banners, and cheers of victory. After a short and bloody conflict, the dust has finally begun to settle. You feel Sapadal close to your thoughts, stirring with interest. The god of the living lands is observing this moment, unfettered by confusion or fear. For the first time in centuries, they understand.
That was it?
The Paradise militia rallies to you, the outsider who defended them in their hour of need. Whatever happens next, you have won their confidence. You take a moment to reflect on the calm. Not so long ago, you arrived at these shores on a simple errand, which turned out to be anything but simple.
Thanks, man.
The Dream Scourge is over, and the island has been cleansed of plague. A time of healing and mourning follows. People look to you for answers about the source of the affliction. You tell them the truth, how the plague came from a power beyond mortal understanding, and how it is finally at peace. With your guidance, the Living Lands becomes a vassal of the Adiran Empire. In exchange for their taxes and soldiers, the free settlements are protected from future attacks. The fight for survival is over. You showed the rebels of Paradise mercy, but they can never trust the Empire. Instead, they keep to the wilderness, always 2 steps ahead of Adir, only attacking when provoked. That is as close as they come to peace. The refugees of Emerald Stair resettle in Thirdborn, bringing their skills and research to aid the local community. What starts as an uneasy partnership blossoms into a bond of trust. Through shared adversity, they find common ground. The ashes of Fior Messiverno continue to smolder. Scavengers avoid the ruins, fearful of spirits unleashed by animancy gone awry. The once promising city is nothing but a cautionary tale. Though Adir has promised that the Living Lands will retain their autonomy, not everyone in Shatterscarp trusts the Empire.
Yeah.
But many Adiran ships
Well done.
sail into the Grave Room's ports, bearing fine linens and aged wines. These ease the painful memory of the day Reamgrim culled their people. There is rubble where Solace once stood, and the Pargrunen must now confront the consequences of their isolationism. Though the rest of the Living Lands do not ostracize the dwarves, Kostya discovers that they have few friends among the kith they once shunned. And during the negotiations with Adir, the Empire asks far more of the Grave Room than Kostya expects. The Empire knows when it has a people cornered.
Yeah, we should have tried to be rebels.
For the first time in many years, Kai feels an agreeable restlessness. Not to flee, not to drift, but to venture. He visits the distant shores Tama told him about, and savors the modern marvels, ancient wonders, and breathtaking expanses he beholds. His heart swells, not with grief, but with awe. There is so much to discover, and he will spend his years chasing all of the joy and beauty the world has to offer him. With many of his anxieties and lifelong fears addressed, Marius now feels very differently than he did when he first met the envoy. Still far more comfortable in the wilds than among people, he nonetheless finds that his worries about the unknown were merely self-protection against the traumas of his childhood. Armed with this knowledge, he finds himself more capable of living in civilization, and far less fearful of his home in Galawain's tusks. With Solace gone, however, Marius never has a chance to reconcile with his people. Outside of a few travelers here and there, his connection with the Wardens is completely lost. Giada continues to improve as an animancer. She dedicates her work to the spiritual health of the living lands, nurturing instead of exploiting. Others follow her example, seeking her tutelage from lands far and wide. In the years to come, rumors spread of a secret society gathering in the wilderness, where animancers work in harmony with nature. The dream of Fior Mes Iverno lives on in her. In a past life, Yatzli was given a task: protect the history and knowledge of the godless. Now, many lifetimes later, she continues upholding that oath. She moves into the library in the garden, spending her days poring over the clay tablets there. But not even the letters from, and rare visit to, her lover help ease the loneliness that fills her days. Freed from torment for the first time in centuries, Sopadal turns their prodigious curiosity to the people that shaped them. They observe the ways their people live, and they think deeply about what they see. Though they flinch away from moments of violence, and they grieve souls returned to them too soon, the rage that once shook cities to rubble no longer rules them. Instead, they come to you with questions. They want to understand. After a time, they begin tentatively to garden. Where they can, they improve the lives of Kith, and the suffering that troubled them is reduced, if never fully eradicated. Their grief compels them to love, and they love unreservedly, with the power of a god. Sopadal pours a fragment of their power into the statue they claimed from the temple of Aethys. Newly embodied, they roam the living lands and learn to experience the world as Kith do. Their first attempts at locomotion are clumsy, and a stand of innocent trees is violently returned to the wheel. But as their confidence grows, so does their grace. Soon, they are bounding across the plains of eastern Dawnshore, leaping the river gorge in Emerald Stair, scaling the shark's teeth of Shatterscarp, and fearlessly wading into the Tusk's acid sea. When they break, they come to you to put them back together. And in time, they learn to fix themselves. They wander far afield. You see less of them, but they are never far from your thoughts. And on the rare occasion they return, they always bring you something beautiful and strange.
Forgot about
the
the
sounds
statue.
of celebration pull you out of reverie. Many are waiting to greet you with open arms. You take a moment to catch your breath and savor it, because everything is about to change.
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Avowed. Not bad. Pretty good. Having a narrator in the game. Yeah. Mr. Miko must have finished his work. Oh, is he live now? That's good. Good game. I was quite impressed. I like the little blurb at the end, kind of tying everything up. Be interesting on my second playthrough to see how much that actually changes. Pretty good. The nice thing is that my intentions actually turned out in the ways that I was hoping they would. Like, I didn't get any weird endings. There's a few that wish would have went a little better, but like if I was able to save all the settlements, that would have been kind of cool. But yeah, turned out pretty good. Pretty good all around. Exactly, he didn't die. Yeah, exactly. And I didn't unleash an angry, vengeful, hey, let's murder everything god on play. Because that's how it was starting to turn. It was just getting pretty rough and vengeful. I was like, oh boy. It was something else. But we managed to pull it together. Staged as much as we could. I think that it probably would have been a little better if they'd have gone full, you know, full rebellion and like pushed back Eora completely and just gone solo. But I think that middle ground is probably where most people are going to end up, as being like, you know, a sub-state kind of thing. It's a good compromise one. On my next playthrough, I'm probably gonna do things a little more different. I was thinking about playing like a full Eora playthrough and just like doing as much as I can to basically like stop the gods and, you know, work with Ludwig and everything and play the bad guy kind of thing. I think that'd be a lot of fun. It was good though. It was a solid game. I'm quite impressed with it. I won't go too in depth into a lot of what I thought about each part of the game. I do have a video coming up soon that I do have a video coming out soon. I'm going to be doing a full review of Avowed. I really enjoyed the game, and I'd love to dig into it more in depth and just go over everything my first playthrough, and then at some point I'm going to do a second playthrough. I'll probably do it off stream because I've got a couple other games that I'd like to bring to the stream. Yeah, you definitely got 2 videos for Avowed that you can look forward to over on the YouTube channel. So make sure you definitely go over there and check us out. First one's going to be over I guess it would be probably about almost 70 hours it took us to get through this one. So for that first playthrough, and then our second playthrough, we'll see how that goes. And I'll have a video after that one that'll be like, you know, X amount of hours in Avowed, and I'll give my thoughts on, you know, my first impressions of how it went, and then we'll see how it goes after that. Thank you everyone over on YouTube for hanging out with us and watching. Thanks Red for following today. I appreciate that, and hanging out with us for the whole day. It was really good to see you again, as always. Thank you everybody over on Twitch who's been so supportive of all my work, all the subs and everything, memberships, all that good stuff. It's great to see all the support coming in from everybody, all the bits that have come in. Thank you everyone for just hanging out and watching with us. Of course, it's always great to have people to chat with, so thank you guys for sticking around. And we're going to say goodbye to everybody over on YouTube, everybody on Twitch. Stick around for the raid. We're going to raid Mr. Miko here and go see what he's up to. Yeah, appreciate all of you guys. Looks like he's playing Sons of the Forest. Nice, that'll be a good. You can check out how he's doing over there. Yeah, but thanks to you all, for everyone, for hanging out with us. And we will see you all next time. Happy hunting, survivors.